What if the identity you've built isn't really yours? We spend our early years gathering I am statements like souvenirs. I'm organized. I'm the responsible one. I'm the helper. I love going to the beach. I need music all the time. These identities bring us comfort, a sense of definition, of belonging, of control. But over time, we stop asking why. We get comfortable in the version of ourselves we've always shown the world, even if it no longer fits. Hi, I'm April Quast. I'm the breath artist. I help people reconnect with their imagination, their expression, and inner knowing through breathwork, creativity, and bold self-inquiry. Today's episode is about asking ourselves where we can reclaim our power, not by adding more, but by unbecoming what we were never really meant to carry. There's a quote I recently shared in my Monday motivational newsletter by Gary Brecka. He says, "Aging is the aggressive pursuit of comfort. As we get older, we stop reaching. We defend the version of ourselves that others learn to expect. We make life easier to fit that identity when it's kind of shrinking us." But here's the thing. Comfort isn't where greatness grows. A seed cannot become a tree until it stops being a seed. It has to leave the safety of what it once was in order to grow into something new and great. Growth doesn't just mean letting go of comfort. It also means becoming aware of the lens that you're seeing your life through. Have you ever tried to switch phones with a friend or look over their shoulder while they scroll TikTok or Instagram? It's weird, right? Their feed feels irrelevant and completely off because their algorithm is tailored to them, not you. It's designed to keep them interested. But here's the wild part. Our brain has its own algorithm, and it's been curating your reality for as long as you've been alive. Your brain isn't showing you the world as it is, it's showing you the world as you expect it to be. Deepak Chopra says that people think seeing is believing, but it's the opposite. We can only see what we already believe. Our brain has a built-in filter. It's called the reticular activating system, and we need this filter because our brain processes about 11 million bits of information per second, but your conscious mind can only handle 40 or 50 bits. That's why it uses this reticular activating system, your internal filter, to decide what's relevant. And what's relevant is any information that supports the beliefs that you already hold. So when we believe something, we start to see all the evidence and proof and filter out all the stuff that doesn't support that belief. You've built your personality, your identity, your sense of truth based on this subconscious feed that's been carefully curated over time. Your past experiences, the praise you received, the pain that you avoided, the rules that you were taught to follow. Most of these beliefs were so deeply rooted, you don't even have to think to question them. They're not written in bold, they're running in the background like code, unseen, but constantly shaping what you notice, what you dismiss, and what you allow yourself to become. There's this quote by Orson Scott Card that has helped me really get an understanding of what belief systems are. He says, "You question all your beliefs except the ones you truly believe and those you never think to question." So when you think, "I'm just not the person who," that's your time to pause. That might not be you speaking. That might be your filter. So how do we uncover what we've been unconsciously carrying? Here's one playful but surprisingly powerful way to start. We can't change what we can't see, and most of the time our I am statements are invisible to us. Ever heard of the saying, "Can't read the label from inside the bottle"? So how do we find those invisible I am statements, the ones that the world can sometimes see of us but we can't see of ourselves? One of my favorite tools is this. We're going to try on a different identity. Yeah, really. And we're going to go crazy a little bit. Something totally bizarre. Try on the identity of Santa Claus, a mermaid, why not? A wolf, Oprah, your neighbor, someone you admire, maybe someone you'd never want to be. The important part is to step into their shoes and get ready to fully imagine. How do they walk? What do they believe about this world? What do they expect to happen for them? Take a moment to let that sink in. What does Santa Claus believe about this world? What about Taylor Swift? See how an identity change can really change things up, really shift the perspective? Now let's contrast that with your own answers. What feels foreign? What feels uncomfortable? These differences, they reveal hidden I am statements and beliefs you didn't even know you had. Things like, I'm quiet, I'm the helper, I'm not the type to stand out. And once you see the contrast, you get to ask, is this belief actually mine or just one that I got used to wearing? If you want to be able to walk through this exercise with more time and space for reflection, you can download my free guide on high heels and wings. It's a playful guide to help you ditch the labels that don't fit and claim the wings that do. And I will have a link for you in the show notes below. So here's another layer that makes unbecoming kind of tricky. It's not just you who's attached to your identity. Your family, your friends, they like to know who you are too. And there's comfort in thinking they've got it all figured out, right? They might say things like, but you always loved the color purple, or your favorite food was blueberry pancakes. They're not trying to trap you, but their version of you might not leave room for who you're becoming, and that's okay. You're allowed to grow out of identities that others still hold on to, and you're allowed to say, that used to feel like me, but I've changed. And it's not betrayal. It's what evolution is. This is about reinventing yourself. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. You're not required to stay consistent for other people's comfort, and you're not here to play a role that you've outgrown. You're here to remember, to reconnect with a part of you that was there before all the filters, before the pressure, before the performance, before the world was trying to shape you into what you aren't. Your worth isn't being understood, it's being honest. It's in trusting your spark. It's that whisper deep down inside that says, this is who I really am, even if no one else sees it yet. If this spoke to you, leave a comment. What's one I am that you're ready to release? Or what identity are you courageously stepping into next? If you're becoming someone new, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. So if you want more videos that help you reconnect with your worth, your creativity, and the truth underneath it all, like this video, subscribe, share it with someone else who might be ready to unbecome. And I just want to remind you that every like, comment, and share really helps this message reach the people who need it the most. Together, we're building a worth dynasty, one remembered truth at a time.